And let me just, I remember first 60 of my the first 60 of my podcasts were like this. We're like, oh
Yeah,
hi. I'll
yeah,
share to a group. Right, let's get this set up so we can get as many people to come and join us.
yeah, cool. And the gang. I'm glad you're in charge of this, like right now.
Yeah.
Not me.
I saw earlier my friend James McCrae, Words of Vibrations. He said the greatest flex is a calm nervous system, and it's like I remember when I first started these Facebook lives, I'd be like, oh. Now it's just like, oh, we're just live to Facebook. It's
Whatever
fine.
happens, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very good to see you.
Hey,
How you doing?
resting.
Just so you know, we are live to Facebook. So say what you will, say what you like. Just be aware that it's live to Facebook. That's the only way that we can get this to share so that people can come and join us. People can come and honor Abbie as our community manager. So I will probably say this about 3 or 4 times to allow for new people to continue to join the stream, and then we'll get cracking in 2 minutes. Should get cracking in 2 minutes. Yeah, oh Facebook. Yeah, I don't know why Facebook just it doesn't allow us just to stream this straight into the group. Like, what a killjoy.
No, it makes no sense to me.
Right, what happens if I push it? Oh.
You messing with things now.
I'm just trying to see the comments.
Oh.
Last night looked fun, Abbie.
Yeah, it was really good. Thank you. It was good to. It was a bit of a test run, really, in a way. Like, if people would come in the first place, B, how it would obviously look, C, if they come back again, which they all want to do it again, and then it's just figuring out like a format. But it could easily become like sort of like a quarterly occasion, which would be really cool. But I would have to monetize it from here on in. So, which is all good, just to make it, viable. As much as I'd love to do that for everybody every time, it's not possible. So yeah, it was a really good test run. And it was very nice. Yeah, everyone went home with their little boards to, well, see them through the next few months, which was the idea, but also they can be added to, or they can start afresh again in January. Yeah, however it best
Yeah.
suits them, which is like the beauty of it, really, is that it's ever evolving. Yeah, it's good.
Here we go. Got some faces joining us. People want to make sure you're leaving the building.
Yeah. Get her out.
Yeah.
Get her out.
That's what happened at the police. People would either turn up for free sandwiches or to make sure you were leaving the building. And there are no sandwiches.
Little do they know.
Yeah, like a bad smell.
Yes.
Katerina, Claire, good to see you guys. Just so you know, we are live on Facebook Public, and so just I was doing my
Great, you made it to work. Well done.
Well, I had to do a workaround. I had to go public Facebook as opposed to just solely within the group. So just
I was on the business page, yeah.
So my timeline.
On your personal timeline.
No,
Yay.
That's how special I am.
Special. Yeah, so there was no way this wasn't happening. But Facebook, I didn't find another workaround. So people that are coming across the timeline that have no idea what an Abbie is, like, you just
Here she is.
If there's no significance to what a community manager is or what an Always Better Than Yesterday is, then feel free to have your evening back, because you know. Anyway, here we go. 8:00, 8:01. Tonight is all about just honouring our good friend Abbie. On May 18th, 2022, Abbie became Always Better Than Yesterday's first ever team member. She became our community manager, and today's her last day. Today is her. She's hanging up her. You're never going to hang up your blue heart. That's not possible. like blue.
That's just there now. It's ingrained.
If we
Well,
were part of a different coaching organization, then
Yeah.
I might have to say in your contract you only
That's
can
it
leave if
now,
you
I
get it
can't.
tattooed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get the hoodies back and the t-shirts back, please.
No, they're yours for life. They are yours for life. So I just want to use tonight as a marking of the occasion, as a way of honoring you, as a way of thanking you for your heartprint, and also just an invitation for other people to join in, have some conversation about, you know, some of those key moments along the way, some reflections, and to wish you well as you continue to grow and share your heart work with the world. Does that sound like a good use of our time?
Oh yeah, I'm here for it. Let's go.
Cool. We'll be about half an hour, guys. So if anyone's, let me just make sure I've got the ability to see comments.
Yeah, I'm
Does
just
that sound like
checking comments now. There isn't
Cool.
anything yet.
Please do let me know if there's anything I miss. Please feel free to share this to your wherever you want to share it. If you want to invite other people to come join us. Abbie, why did you want to join the team? Like, what is it about Always Better Than Yesterday? What is it about, you know, having your heart on your sleeve? Why did you fill out that application process to become community manager?
Do you know what? I think it was an opportunity to not only support the work that you were doing, but I guess it was an opportunity for me to kind of live out in real life all these things that I was learning, all these things that I was journeying with, and realizing, you know, as we know, we're not on our own with all of this, and that whatever I had in me, there was in other people, and I could help bring that out of them, support them, be a real life example. I think that was the reason why, when I read those job descriptions, I remember you posting them and reading through them and going, no, don't do that. No, that's not me. No, don't do that. Don't do that. And then I read the description for the community, and I was like, oh, I kind of do that. Yeah, and I do that. And then I was like, oh, right. I know what I've got to do here. And I remember it so clearly. I remember sitting at my computer, typing away, because you said send an email with the reasons why you'd be good for this. And I got halfway through it, and I remember just stopping, and I was crying, because I'd kind of like listed all these reasons why I felt, you know, I would be a good fit. And then I remember just writing to you and saying, like, I've just stopped typing because I'm just crying. This is why I think I should do this. And just like laid it out and went, this is not a traditional like job application, but there you go. And just put it out there. And I think for me, that was just like the first of many times where I just went, no, do you know what? This is what we're here for, and this is what we're here to do, and this is what it could look like. And if you'd like me to do it, here I am.
Yeah, and you know, I think so many people acknowledge your growth in this. So we're obviously part of a mastermind that meets every Thursday, and you know, one of the things that people acknowledge is the difference between Abbie, like when it first joined, Abbie like, I don't know why I'm here, I'm just here, to like Abbie that's like just about to go off and do more of an expression of what you're truly, you know, here to do. And yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing to see you becoming and but even at that point, it was like I needed somebody to love on a community that already exists, like to find opportunities for connection, to bring people together. Yeah, and so basically bring people together and love on them whilst they're there. And you're perfect for that. You're absolutely perfect for that. And one of the kind of first things we or you did was you did some Member Love Monday.
Yeah,
Member
they
Love
were
Monday.
great. They were great. I don't think Zoe. I don't think you did it, Zoe, but I know Claire definitely did. Katerina, did we have a chat? Yeah, we did, didn't we? And I know Jason did as well from our group. Christine came along. Oh, there's so many. Eddie was on, Nigel. I think Shay did it with me, and then a couple of people recorded things for me as well. Let alone Layla did it as well. There's so many. It was great. It was a great opportunity to just, again, let everybody share what their heart work and heartprint is in the world.
And then you spread that heartprint to New York. You literally took our community, physical person, connecting members. Tell us about that experience.
Oh, it was one of the best ever, I think, in a meeting that I've ever had with anybody. Like, obviously, I'd not met Kira, only through chatting in our group and a bit of messaging. And as soon as I put out that I was going to New York, she was like, "No way, are you really?" And I was just like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, we have to get together," because obviously she was living in the city at the time. I was like, "Yeah, awesome, amazing." And we chose to meet up at this food market, obviously. Italy, I remember it being, and I was just like wandering, and all of a sudden she wandered around the corner, and I don't think I've ever quite had a greeting like it from somebody that I've physically never met before, you know. And equally, I was as responsive to her, you know, and we like hugged each other like we just, you know, like we just hadn't seen each other in so long. And then, you know, we spent as much of the day together as we could. And I just remember us both sobbing our eyes out when we had to say, "Oh, I'm getting teary now, think about it." Yeah, like when we had to say goodbye that day, because it just felt like it wasn't like enough, you know. I mean, we've obviously stayed connected since, and it won't be the last time I see her by any means. But yeah, that was super special to have that experience, and, you know, obviously one that I may not have had in such a way, obviously, had I not been part of this community. Hey, so yeah, that's a mega highlight for me, just in life in general, but throughout being a part of this community for sure.
Love that. And you left a little blue heart somewhere on a bridge in
I did.
Yeah,
So that I went to this random noodle restaurant in New York, and they had these like little plaques, and I wrote a message and a blue heart and left that there on this wall amongst all these other ones in this restaurant. Yeah, and there was something else on a walk on a bridge, so I added something there. So yeah, like these little blue hearts are just, they're going everywhere, which is fun.
Yeah, and you know, technically, when you became community manager, I got 1.5 community managers, or shall I say 2? Because
Yeah.
like your daughter Amira, like the way that she's like taken to this, like sharing of the Always Better Than Yesterday Blue Heart, like she's been a big support. She's been a real passionate advocate of what we do here as well. So it can't go without mention that Amira has been a great sidekick for you.
Oh no, she's been amazing. I remember I was looking at photos and all the things obviously the other day, and it was her birthday about a year or so ago, so 7th or 8th birthday, and she was desperate for a hoodie and a t-shirt, and she actually asked for them for her birthday, and I thought, oh my gosh, what a special thing that is, to recognize like what those things represent, and for her
Yeah.
at that age to want to go out and like honor that, share that, be a part of that. Yeah, she's tremendous, that child. She is very, very special.
Love it. Nathan, welcome. We are honouring Abbie as she comes to the end of her time as community manager. Abbie will be going off into the world to do more of her fullest expression, more of her heart work. Leaves with our full love and blessing. And today's an opportunity just to honour and appreciate and reflect on the just over 2 years that we've had Abbie as the community manager. So, Katerina, Claire, Zoe, Nathan, are there any particular highlights, any particular things you'd like to honour Abbie with, acknowledge in her, send her off with goodwills? Whatever comes up in you, feel free to share.
Being somebody from the US, now I know why there were wanted pictures of Abbie on the news for graffiti in New York. No, man, you always bring a smile and joy to the community, and that's going to go wherever you go. So it's not disappearing, and I know you'll be still a part of this community regardless of the role, right? So
Yeah.
the only thing that's actually changing is a label that you're wearing, right? So
Yeah.
Love that.
yeah, I just love your energy, and I'm happy that I'm a part of the community and got to know you as well.
Oh, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. But yeah, I think we were talking about it on our last podcast episode, weren't we, Ryan, about how although we are part of this greater thing called community, that it's just within us. So yeah, literally wherever we go, it goes, and we create it wherever we go, or take it with us wherever we go. So yeah, I very much believe that.
Yeah, JD.
What's up? Hold on. Putting in headphones.
Okay, we'll let you do that.
It was a trusting thing for me to let in iPhone 64. I was like, please. I'm just literally messaging iPhone 64 going, who's this? Who's this? And it's like JD, and I'm like, ah.
Thank you for being here.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. JD, we are honouring Abbie as Abbie comes to the end of her time as community manager. We are honouring, we are reflecting, we are sharing good times. We're sending her off full of love and good wishes. So welcome to our call, mate. Glad to see you with us.
Oh, it's good to see everybody. Nathan and Katarina, Claire, Abbie. Abbie, always better than yesterday wouldn't be always better than yesterday if there would have never been an Abbie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the facts. It's incredible. It's incredible what you've done to just, man, love on this incredible group of people, and even in the smallest ways, just make everybody feel so loved and appreciated and cared for in so many ways, Abbie. My goodness. My goodness. What a gift you've given all of us.
Thank you. I
Thank
can't
you for
add to
being
that.
here.
I can't. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to surmise, isn't it? I've been sort of trying to think about it over the last kind of couple of weeks, and maybe it's something I don't even have to surmise, because it's ongoing, isn't it? Like you say, it's not ending. It's just different. So, the stories, the moments, the laughter, the crying, the hugging, whatever it's been, like it's just gonna continue. It's just gonna build on, which I think is something that, not just that I do, but we all do. But yeah, so as much as this is just like a chapter, right? So this is what this is. This is just this chapter, and this is the ending of this chapter. And then we're going to go on and we're going to do the next chapter. And 100%, all these people on this screen are going to see me like forever. So, that's what I love about it, is that it's not an ending. It's just a continuation, which I think is brilliant.
Julie, welcome. We are honouring and appreciating and reflecting on Abbie's time as community manager. As you know, that's coming to an end today. So thank you for joining us. I know that you are someone that has got to experience Abbie primarily through the coffee mornings. So we haven't talked about the coffee mornings. We've done monthly coffee mornings for a good few years. And I know that you cannot separate the Abbie and the hugs with the coffee mornings. Like the two things are synonymous.
It's been 3 years. I think it literally flashed up on my stories today that the first time we got together was 3 years ago for those in-person
Yeah, I was pregnant with
get-togethers.
Olivia, wasn't I? We did it
Yeah.
in Loudons, wasn't it?
No, it's a place near Chippenham Way.
Was
we
that
went
was
to
that the first one in Chippenham?
Yeah, yeah. We did the first couple there, and then we moved.
Yeah, we
moved
did, because
across.
Bethan had a red car, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I remember that.
Claire, have you got anything you would like to acknowledge Abbie for, or reflect on? Is there any particular?
Man, like, I wouldn't even know where to start. Like, Abbie's like, oh, I don't know about me even welling up. Like, Abbie's like is integrated into my life, my family's life, my children's lives. We're like so intertwined now. And that began before she became community manager. So before she, I love how Nathan's described that, nothing actually really changes, it's the label. Because that's what having a heartprint is, isn't it? Our heart set, right? So it's something, it's who we are. It's something that we experience. And we've always talked about this as a team, like, how do we actually try to explain to people what it is? Because sometimes what we experience, we actually can't find the words to. Like, people just need to come and be in and around those spaces, whether they're online or offline. But yeah, I've obviously seen Abbie grow the last 5. Like, it sounds bonkers saying like 5-6 years, but it feels like it's just gone in the blink of an eye. But I remember Ryan describing in one of our sessions about, that effect of like how we're going up. So it might feel like we're going through the same thing or experiencing the same thing, but actually it's a new level, and you're not the same person, because you're taking through what you learned before with you, and you're just on this upward spiral. And I knew that when you went to Ibiza, I just knew it. I knew we spoke beforehand. I just knew something magical was going to happen, and I didn't know what it was going to be. And yeah, it's just beautiful to be able to see someone really just be completely and utterly authentic. Like, no matter what you're going through, no matter what's going on, like, there was no masks, there was no facades, there was nothing. You brought your vulnerability, which enabled connection with so many different people for so many different reasons. You inspire people, and you light up rooms that you go into. And I think that you have begun to really notice that this year, but I still think that you have, that you need to hear that more, because that is literally what you do. Like, you inspire people to go and create spaces, to want to cook food, to want to bring different dynamics into their family home, to want to be a better mother, to want to be the best friends. And the way that you show people that you love them as well, it's like I remember when we did one session in the Master Heart and Mind about love languages, and it's like, actually, you've like taken that, and you're able to actually, when you come across people that you connect with, you're able to identify their love languages and know how they want to be seen and how they need to be heard. And that's one of the massive gifts that you just give. It's not something that you've just learned. You innately you do that. You have a way of making people feel seen and heard. And more recently, and I have to laugh when I say this, you've also got really good at being able to tell people what they don't want to hear too, because it's tough love, and that's needed as well. And I love that, because that's also, we need that, don't we? So, and I could sit here and speak like I'm on the Oscars about so many things about you, but I'll probably see you tomorrow. But yeah, I just think that, yeah, like Ryan, you were the perfect person for this role. And like JD was saying, that it just wouldn't have been, there couldn't have been anybody else, Ryan. There just couldn't have been anybody else that could have done this. So,
Claire,
yeah,
you made me think, especially when you mentioned like that first in-person coffee was like 5 years ago, I think you said. just blows my mind. But I was sitting here listening to you talk about Abbie and saying all of the things that are so true about her, so true that like even when she hops on a Zoom call, she changes the room when she shows up. Like,
Yeah.
like Abbie is the thermostat, not the thermometer, right? She does,
Oh,
like, that's just who she is. And Abbie, I was sitting here, and none of y'all judge me because this is how we do it in America. But I'm driving as I'm doing this here, and I'm being safe, Ryan. Don't tell my wife. But I was sitting here just kind of watching Abbie's face, just like it is now. And that huge, just big smile and those beautiful teeth. And like your smile is so big and your hair's down and you got to, you know, my hair doesn't do that, but you know, you got your hair doing that thing where it's on the side thing, you know, and you're like, I remember when you were on Zoom calls and your presence wasn't as big as what it is on the camera now. And like
Yeah.
there was almost a timidness about your heart back, timid back then, and to see like your face now and like you're not afraid of the camera, you're in the camera, like you're like there, and your expressions are so big, and that smile that just changes. It's like it's so cool to have had that second to just think back and be like, man, I remember when Abbie first started getting on Zoom calls, and to see you on it now and you just own it. Like you're in Claire said it so well, like this, it's almost like every time that, you know, any of us get an opportunity to be around each other, there's new things. It's a new discovery of each other. And it's these new depths that we're willing to go to with each other. And man, you just like, it's fun to like see how big that glow is and know it's still just getting started.
Thank you.
that.
Oh,
I love it.
let's start bringing this to a close. Abbie,
Oh, really?
yeah. I've been drinking too much water. I need a wee. You got time. She's enjoying this. Yeah. Well, what I've done is I've recorded this, so you can forever listen to this back.
Yeah.
So that you can. I know you're letting it soak in. I'm going to invite anybody to just, you know, send some positive well wishes or some gratitudes, thanks. And I'm not going to kind of call out one by one, but feel free if you've got anything to say, then now's your time to say it.
I'd like to just say, Abbie, I've watched your journey from afar to begin with, and then next to you, and then part of this community. And yeah, it's been amazing to watch. I'm so pleased for you. And I'm so grateful that we've all had this time with you. And I'm looking forward to what's next.
Yes.
Come on.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Can I just add something? Sorry, I arrived a little bit late after dinner, Abbie, but
That's all right, my love.
hearing all these stories, everyone's known you for so long, and I feel like I've only known you for 5 minutes. But I can't imagine the coffee mornings without you ever having been there, because whilst Ryan is great at the head of the table and everything, your welcoming skills and your genuine love that just, I can't imagine that without you being there. I don't know, you're just so beautiful. So all the best.
I'm glad, Julie, that you acknowledge that that's the way I designed it. Ain't nobody want me greeting everybody. Like,
it wouldn't have been the same without her, Ryan.
100%. Yeah. What you're saying is I'm a very smart man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did want to take the light off of Abbie. Of course I did, Ryan.
Yeah, my wisdom was building a team. Yeah. Any more final comments?
We all love you, even those that aren't on this call tonight. I know some people couldn't make tonight, but yeah, we love you, and we're all here, and we're all we're all going to be watching and seeing what comes next. And yeah,
Yeah, I still got to get to Nathan and Jonathan for hugs yet, so we need to kind of figure that out because that's just taken far too long, hasn't it? You know. But yeah, no, I appreciate you all jumping on this tonight. It's yeah, it's a funny old time. I was just sort of thinking today that there's just so much change, I think, for pretty much everybody that's on this screen right now. You know, again, we see it and acknowledge it from a distance, and yeah, I think it's just important to realize or acknowledge where we're all going at the moment, and we've all been on such a trajectory over the last few years. So as much as you're here to sort of pop in a few words for me, I think I just want to acknowledge you all as well and just say, like, you're all fucking awesome and I love you all very, very much.
Oh, I love it.
Thank
Well,
you.
nothing remains but to say, Abbie, thank you for all you've done, but more importantly, thank you for who you've been, and thank you for your heartprint. We wish you all the love in the world, and we know that you're going to continue to remain in the community. You're never going to be going far.
I live around the corner. You can't. Like, that's it.
100%. You leave with our full heart's blessing, and just with absolute gratitude that you've played a part in our journey in a way that's synonymous, in a way that I can't compare, apparently, because you are now the face of Always Better Than
now.
Yesterday.
You're
so
done.
I don't know.
It's
Watch my
downhill
brand
from
tank.
here on in.
Yeah, watch the brand value tank because I've lost my star player apparently. So
here's what I love though. Here's what I love. Here's what's awesome about that. In order for Always Better Than Yesterday to always be better than yesterday, it's time for the new. It's a Abbie's grown to that spot that where she's going and the impact she makes and her calling is now a little bit different, but she gets to take it with her wherever she goes, and it opens up that spot for that next person or that next opportunity for in order for this to continue to grow and to be able to make the impact it's making, that it's that fresh start there also, which is incredible. And we're always team Abbie. We're
Thanks.
like,
yeah, just so we're clear.
always in your corner, in your corner.
We'll have to get some hashtags printed on the back of the merch.
Yeah, love that.
Well, guys, thank you for showing up and thank you for rallying around. You know, this is a we effort, not a me effort, and you've been able to make this far more special for Abbie than just hearing from my dulcet tones. So thank you for all that you are being. Thank you for everything, guys. Deep gratitude. I appreciate you all. Abbie, much love, my friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Love you.
Bye.